to have to collect 300 breach splinters from areas level 75 and higher to make your breachstone. Place the breachstone in the realm gate, which is near the starting point of your atlas. Now fight your
True, you have to dig real deep to reveal that masterpiece, so I can't lose no sleep being anyone but me, yeah. True, you have to dig real deep to reveal that masterpiece, yeah, yeah.
Baggies by her bedside, says she'll stop but she won't try. It's a loop that never ends, and she hides it from her friends. Pull up on her nose ring, chemicals beneath her skin. Her life is on roulette, and it hasn't landed yet. Hurts deep when I see her struggle, stir up on a broken bottle. Get stuck trying to run from trouble, trouble, trouble. My friends go round and round and round, the merry-go round and round and round. I'm worried that they won't come down. I don't want you to leave me now. My friends go round and round and round, the merry Is so happy in her head. It's like
All right, what's up? I am mostly just testing right now. I am connecting YouTube to my platform, so yeah, that's cool. I think it's working. The plan is I may start just messing with YouTube. I haven't figured out how to stream to both at the same time. The only option I've seen so far with my streaming software is to stream one horizontal and one vertical, which doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah, so gonna have to figure that one out. Test. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, man? All right, how do I figure out how to... there's a bunch of crap I'm going to have to figure out, but I think I'll get it figured out at some point. I'm going to hop into the game, actually, and... I'm going to hop into the game and make sure everything's running all right. Love your ritual videos, though. I have almost 5K hours in both games combined and still learning new things. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that, brother. You know, I'm still learning things every day, and that's kind of one of the beauties of Path of Exile is no matter how long or how much you've played, it kind of, you're still going to learn shit. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons. I mean, versus some other games, there's kind of an end game to them, and the way I mean end game is there's an end to really your learning curve to it. Not so much in Path of Exile 2, which is great. And of course my monitor is bugging out. Give me just a second. Do me a favor, Kevin, while I've got you here. Make sure, does everything look smooth? Does everything look like it's good quality? Do you notice anything in audio levels or visual levels that just seem off to you? Any feedback on that will greatly help me out, because sometimes from my position, it's hard to know 100% of the story. People listen to me from different, you know, maybe they're on their phone, or maybe they're on $400 headphones, or maybe they're on studio monitors, or maybe they're on a 1996, you know, pair of $4 speakers. You never know, right? So it's one of the most difficult things with audio and visual is you never know what somebody's actually using to watch you from. And I'm actually going to turn off Path of Exile, or Exile Exchange 2. And my monitor is bugging out, so I'm going to have to fix that as well. All right. Just a moment. The power supply on my 6-month-old monitor is already dying, so that's cool. I do not know if I'm still alive. And I think my headphones died out. So it was a big concurrent string of issues. Yeah. All right, cool. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. Everything is fine and audio video wise. Thank you. Appreciate it. This is, I think, it's not technically the first time I've ever streamed live to Twitch, but we're talking like 5 years ago on a completely different subject on like Google Hangouts. So I think that doesn't really count. All right, decent max energy shield, good mana, crit damage. I hate how they don't call it. I hate how they call it increased spell spell damage bonus. It seems just weird. All right, let's hit it. Don't give me fire damage or some shit. Of course, cold. Still not dead. Still not dead. Oof. Actually got better. Come on. All right, now it's dead. Where are you from, Kevin? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to answer that if you don't want. All right, we have Eternal Knights in this. Yep. I actually gotta be really careful on this map because these fuckers can kill me. They're already in the first ritual too, so they're gonna spawn with the ritual. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. I live in Brazil. My family's from Luxembourg. Oh, that's quite the spread. Y'all saw nothing there. So, okay, so that... I don't know if you guys saw that particular... that particular mob. They're called Eternal Knights. They are the most busted mob in the game, though. If they have any sort of damage as extra, crit scaling, or multi-proj, or if you get multiples those together, I don't care what build you're playing. They're fucking nasty. Well, we just leveled, so, I mean, it's not a big deal, but... It's pretty rare you die on this build, unless you just YOLO like you just did there. I use the XP Omen to keep leveling my monk, and sometimes I get... So, I use it, and I'm level 97, right? The thing is, I'm so fresh into the level, it's kind of not really useful to use it yet. You know what I'm saying? Because if I die, it's kind of like, it's not a big deal. Now, once I have 20, 30, 40%, yeah, it's kind of a big deal. Because 96 was slow. It took a while. $14K ES? Yeah. So, okay, so here's my thought on nerfs and buffs. This is going to be my next video. Talking a little bit about what I think needs to be buffed and nerfed. I can argue, yes, in comparison to the rest of the shit in the game, ES is really strong. I think we all know that by this point. Here's the issue, though. Everything else is so weak that if things like Eternal Knights are still killing me when I have 9, 10, 12,000 ES and I don't even have Grim Feast stacked up yet, what does that say? I don't know. Here's my theory. I think GGG needs to balance the rest of the game around the current, level of something like the Warrior, right? Scale the monsters around something like the Warrior, and then bring things like Sorceress down, right? Because if you start and you make the benchmark, what I'm playing right now, the balance is going to get really funky. You know what I mean? So I think you just have... Ooh, that's actually not bad. That's actually worth taking a shot at. You need mana. Stun threshold blows. Okay, never mind. It's not worth taking a shot at. But yeah, so even if you nerf, Stormweaver, aka ES, CI, you nerf all of that into the ground, where does that leave the monster damage and the monster scaling, as well as Warrior and other builds that struggle much, much more to survive? So I think there's other priorities to balance around besides Sork right now. I mean, we know nerfs are coming to this build in some capacity. Just the question is what. And I hate having to double up on this map, so I'm going to be pretty thorough on the corners. Yeah, the balancing is going to be difficult. GGG is typically pretty good at balancing. I mean, something's always going to prevail, right? Something's always going to be OP. But I will say GGG is typically pretty good at making things like within reason of each other. Like you can play a Garbo build and still, reach endgame in POE1. Here, a little harder. I like how GG balancing, to be honest. We have a PoE 1, 3.25 where Malo is king. Exactly. Yes, that's a great example. You had so many people out there that were so happy that Melee actually became king at one point. And like ARPGs, that almost never happens. The only other example I can kind of think of off the top of my head is post-Enigma, Magic Find Barbarian with Item Find in D2. That's like the only other, and that's for a very specific farming method, I don't think I checked the last ritual. My brain fog is bad right now, man. It's been so hard to make one-cut videos. And I'm trying to clean it up. The last Melee Meta in D2 was when I was 11 years old. Yeah. Well, I mean, it still exists, right? Like, Item Find Barbarian is insane, but you need really good gear for it to be, to the point where it's actually really efficient. Kind of bad. I probably should slam that, honestly, but we'll just wait for the ground effects. Yo, first divine of the stream. Let's go. My build barely handles Simulacrum. Here's my issue with Simulacrum. This build will handle Simulacrum absolutely fine. What I don't like about Simulacrum is it feels incredibly clunky. It feels unfair, to be honest. And the main reason that I say that it feels unfair is when you run into those little icicle portal things that release monsters, they're invulnerable and they just shove you. And it's constant. It just feels so bad. So much of like ARPGs for me aren't about necessarily power, but it's about feeling good playing a build and like feeling good about where you are in the game. And Delirium just feels bad to me. I don't know. That's why I could juice my maps more. I have a shitload of distilled oils. I don't know. I just don't care enough about them, honestly. It's decent fizz damage on that, but... Hey, audience number 3 of the day. Let's go. I'm going to make sure I actually deferred it. Respawn immunity, just like, yeah. I just, it's a feel thing why I don't care for Delirium. I have not played Delirium with like all the points spec'd in, so I don't know how it feels from an end-to-end game perspective, but the mechanic itself early on, I'm not digging how it feels, to be honest. I think my next video is going to be end game changes that I would like to see. I think that'll probably be the new one. But... or the next one, I should say. All right. Anything else? We'll check this when we're a little bit further in. I don't need to really... there's nothing in there I need to grab this second. And we did... okay, we did all 4. So I'll go ahead and... just a heads up, guys. You can just click here, too. You don't have to actually be at the altar. I always forget this. It's like a muscle memory thing. But in the bottom right of your screen, you can always just show ritual rewards. All right, so we got our audience deferred. We could check quarterstaves, but I'm going to skip it for now. Probably nothing good on second page, to be honest, or third page, so... I do like checking altar robes. Altar robes, Keth raiments, hexer robes. They sell pretty well. They tend to sell pretty fast, too. But... divine counter. And it's actually technically... this would be audience number 3, but I haven't pulled it out yet, so I don't count it till I actually pull it out. And they haven't sold. I actually have 2 in here from earlier today, but yeah. I streamed on Twitch earlier today. It was pretty quiet, so... and I'm still not feeling great. But we're working through it. We're working through it, boys. It's pretty bad. We'll probably slam that one. Will you have flu? Yeah, I've got some sort of cold flu thing. I've had it for like 3 days now. Usually by day 3 is when I like really start turning the corner. Not this time. I don't know what the hell's going on here. All right, that's a pretty good one. Rarity. Oh, that's a. This is perfect prefixes, by the way, guys. The only way that this could really be better is if it had the quant rarity combo instead of just raw rarity. I think people are not realizing that quant is actually really, really OP. And obviously the big hype right now is rarity, but people are kind of like quant has taken a back seat. Quant is so powerful, man. A little Omen of Refreshment popping out. They're not even worth a chaos, or I still say chaos from POE1 and Exalt. I have 9 friends from Minnesota, all with similar symptoms. Yeah, my 8-month-old is sick. My wife is sick. Yeah, we're all jacked right now. So sick too. I just watched YouTube about a new super flu from China. And now I'm scared. No shit. I'm sorry you're sick, man. I feel your pain though. That's good news. You know how like, okay, so you know how women are always like guys are babies when it comes to being sick? It's so fucking true. It really is so true. Like, I try my best not to complain about it, but sometimes I'm just like, this fucking sucks. I hate this boss so much, dude. Such a time sink. Can break a bone and be chilling. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I fractured my left elbow cycling, and honestly, I didn't even know it was broken until like maybe 4 hours later when it started getting really swollen. And then I couldn't bend it anymore, and I'm like, okay, well, that's probably not normal. Boys, we're on the other side of the fence, baby. OP strats. We're on the other side of the fucking fence. Not anymore. I hate this boss so much. All right, go, dude. All right, and then he absolutely just gets shit on. And bye. We'll take the spine bracers. We'll check those. I like checking those. All right. So, gamble sprint. That's no. Okay. Actually, I don't even know if I've seen these before, to be honest with you. Hold on. Let me load up Price Checker. You guys won't be able to see it because I can't run show my desktop. It gets super laggy for whatever reason. 12900K and a 3080, but it gets laggy for some reason. Excuse me. All right, we gotta defer our audience, and we run the last one. We defer again. Let's check the jeweled gloves. They're pretty bad. The accuracy absolutely kills them here. The dex isn't great either. All right, can't defer it again. Find our last guys, and I am going to Control Alt Tab here real quick. There is some performance issues when it comes to Exiled Exchange. Gives me, I think it has to do with VSS, even though my VSS cut off. You see how much more glassy, smooth it is now? I don't know why it's causing frame issues, stutter issues, whatever it is. So I try to keep it off. If I need to price check something, I load it up and then cut it off again. But okay, I was gonna say the monsters feel particularly chonky in this, and it's +1 level, plus 100%. Plus 100% life, so that's why they felt augury. That's why they felt so chonky. This is actually good if we can hit... it's not really. +2 skills is what you want there, but... it did not get the mana roll. All right. Nice. Good brick. Solid. Also decent. This prefix mod right here, guys, this is the best one. A high rolled quant, having quant on your waystone is so big. All right. Well, it didn't get pack size, so that kind of sucks, but we'll take it. No whiners here, boys. I'll probably run Delirium till it's like level 4, and then I'll shut it off because it feels bad. I don't feel like getting shoved around the entire map. Never saw that boots. Today I got a couple different uniques for ritual, like Carnage Heart. I don't know if I've seen Carnage Heart. No, I have. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's still uniques that are popping up. Got good loot from all my Simulacrum, but the Atlas Waystones are garbage. Yeah. So, okay, that was kind of my impression on Simulacrum Atlas nodes as well. So I haven't really bothered, but I'm glad that I hear that from you because I think that kind of confirms my worries about it. Oh, shit. So, okay, fun fact, guys. These levers in Augury, there are particular mods that have knockback in this map that are natural to the actual map. If you are in mid-lever push, and then a knockback monster comes in and knocks you off mid-lever pull, it'll actually brick the map. It will no longer allow you to get into the center of the map, and you just have to leave the map. Fun fact. All right, we're at 5. We'll cut it off. Yeah, it's really fun. I found that out by accident the other day. I hear my wife. She's doing things out in the living room. I can hear her. I can hear her out there. The only map bricking bug I got was a rare monster going under the map. I had to leave it. I've gotten one outside of the map before. I don't know if I've gotten one under the map. All right, we need different music. Hold, please. As much as I love the angsty teen vocals, mix it up. Pretty bad. Wow, no, that's decent. All right, we can leave. We're going to have to expand, unfortunately, to a new area here pretty soon. Which kind of sucks. Kind of in drought on this area right now. Ooh, let's do a mire, yeah. Ooh, no. Bad fizz roll. You've been using X mouse with POE2. I've considered using it. Good pack size roll. Burning ground, cool. Rarity pack size, we stopped there. Okay. Double pack size, that's decent. No, but sounds like a good idea. Yeah. Do you know the OP Meyer strats? You skip them. You don't play the map. I guarantee you they're going to have to come up with something in order to allow us to not like play constantly maps we don't want to play. There is no way they don't change that at some point soon. It's too fatiguing to constantly playing garbage maps you don't want to play. So I think eventually GGG is going to give in. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, before early access is up or whatever, but they have to change it at some point. Because it will hurt their player longevity if we're forced to keep playing garbage maps. Obviously, it's not as bad when you have Temporalis, but you know, such a small portion of. I honestly don't even care about the breach right now. We'll stick it in our ritual. There you go. OP strats, boys. I do the OP augury strat. Let me guess, you don't play it. Having a favorite list to maps, have a block. Dude, I 100% agree. I think that is the way. That way they get their way and we get ours. Everybody's happy. I think that's the play. A little bit of lag there. There we go, boys. That pierceless spark right there. Yeah, I bought Temporalis when it was at 180 divines, I think. I think it was like 170 or 180 when I got mine. And then 2 days later, it's under 100, and I'm like, oh, what the f... And then a day later, it's at 50, and then a day later, it's at like 20. And I'm like, what is going on, bro? And then I found out about the whole duping thing going on. So, that's cool. Kind of shitty, man. I really hope people got banned for that. Can't defer it again. That was an expensive one. So I think I should be true endgame feature, like unlock a slot every T4 boss. Yeah. I mean, so this game has got to do a good job for getting people into it, so they want to come back, right? That's the number one priority that GGG should have, and then expand for the no lifes for the end game stuff, right? So, but really, the priority they should be having. Priority number one is to make it fun for people who have never played the game before, 100%, because that's how the game's going to grow even more. But if you make a game too easy, there's the flip side of the coin where people get bored quickly because there's just It's just too easy. There's not enough depth to keep you coming back. So. All right, that one's done. This one we're gonna probably corrupt this one. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. But I mean, just simply balance. Balance should be GGG's priority right now. Making sure the game feels good and not just on a couple classes. You know what I mean? I've got 3 different characters leveled right now, past campaign, and I'm just not going to really play them much until, you know, GGG sorts out some of the end game issues and balance issues. I just don't have the motivation to play them. You know what I mean? Oof, 160 on the first one. That's pretty awful. I'm outside of tower range pretty heavily right now. I think is the problem. Three, I highly doubt I'm making that. This run, even if I could make it, I'll still defer it, though. Agreed. But to be honest, you need to fix the session abuse, because that's... yes. Yeah. I don't know if you caught Sir Gog's video that came out today, but... actually, who was it that said that the hacking problem is the #1 thing they need to fix? I think it was Don the Crown, maybe, who said that? And that's his #1 reason why he doesn't want to play Treg League, is not because of the inflation or rarity or anything. It's because of freaking hacking. So he doesn't want to put, you know, hundreds of hours into a game just to lose his shit, and I totally understand that. I think that is a fair assessment. My last trade was 4 days ago because of that. So okay, I'm kind of ignoring it, but I'm also being careful. I'm being careful about trading. If somebody is doing weird stuff with the window, you know what I mean, or like delaying window transactions, any of that, I'm out. I'm leaving and I'm logging out. I can't trace my phone, baby. Tinfoil hat. Oh. I think... the problem is, okay, so if I go here... See, I don't have any tower setups that I'm absolutely loving right now. Of course, it's not rendering properly. There's nowhere that's like standing out to me to go. You know what I mean? The only spot I can kind of think of here is and do a small run here, but this tower is completely useless. I could run the tower just to get to this map. It's a crypt. That's a super fast run. Ugh. Also, check this out. Why is this not connected? Map completed? Anybody know why that is? Yeah, I don't. Also, it's not rendering correctly for me right now, so I'm gonna actually switch over to Vulkan and see if it renders the map a little bit differently. We'll give that a try. And it cut the game out. Sick. I don't even know if it switched to Vulkan. So I have a laptop that's got an AMD chipset in it, and it likes Vulkan a lot more than this PC, which is a 12900K. For whatever reason, but see if it actually switched to Vulkan here real quick. It did not. It will not let me switch to Vulkan. Interesting. Vulkan works better with AMD? Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know too much about renderers, but the issue that I am kind of annoyed with right now. Okay, so this isn't horrible. It's also not great. This is better. But in order to get there, I have to go through here anyway. Okay, that's pretty good. I think we have to bite the bullet and waste a few map slots to get there, man. Yeah, I honestly, I think we have to go. This is the shorter path. Boom, 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 boom. But that way I can run Ritual. It's probably better to just do the direct route and sacrifice the 3 nodes, but we'll go ahead and run Crypt real quick. This, I kind of want to save that, actually. We'll just run, that's a good pack size, too. I'm looking for a not so good one. This was good. Probably, yeah, it's probably worth it. I don't really have a choice, right? Like I have to set up something new. So we'll wait for all the on-death stuff for 2 minutes to stop, and then we'll go in. Want to see what GGG will cook for the Atlas? I guarantee you. Okay, so I guarantee you that the whole track down rares to finish a map thing is a placeholder. There's no way they put that in the game to make us backtrack for rares over and over and over again as a end game design that they want to keep forever. There's no way. So boss to every map and then cut like the map boss drops in like half or by like 2/3. I think that's fair. That way it's still hard, you know, not free to sustain, right? Like you actually have to invest in sustaining. Or, you know what I mean? But you actually get to play the bosses, which are one of the coolest parts about this game. So, I don't know. Move shit like Harvest to an endgame map goal? Absolutely, man. Well, this was supposed to be a test stream, but here I am sitting 52 minutes later. If anybody in chat sees anything that looks off or looks laggy or looks terry or frame crap issues or anything like that, please let me know. The only way I can fix things like that is if I know what it looks like from your end. Because this is technically the first time that I have streamed on YouTube's. It's not really worth anything, but we'll throw it in the window. GG Devs always said that the best thing POE2 has to offer other than the RPGs is boss fight. And then they make maps without bossing. All right. About to blow your mind. Ready? The developers, the GGG guys, right, that are in charge of all this stuff. Their favorite game of all time, hands down, not even close, not even anything in the same universe as Diablo 2. Act 1 in POE2. What is it? Kind of like dark, doomy forest. Act 2, desert. Same in both. Act 3, you've got like ziggurat and temples and forest and stuff and super windy, long passages. Does that seem like coincidence to you? No. What's the most OP biggest change to ever happen to D2? Enigma. What part of the body does that go on? Your chest. What is the most, like, basically Enigma of POE2? Temporalis. Are these coincidences? No, they're not coincidences. I think the developers had in mind to make this the successor to D2. I really think that's what they're doing. And so I think that kind of gives me a clue whether things like Temporalis will get nerfed. I actually don't know if Temporalis will get nerfed hardly at all. It might get changed some, especially the interactions around Temporalis. But I think this piece of gear was designed in mind to go along with this. I 100% think that's right. Hold on, I'm going to blow up. Has a big black bar. Oh, well, okay. So that's because of the reason that bar is there is because of the aspect ratio that I'm in. But yeah, I think that gives us an idea of what's going to happen with things like rarity. And, you know, OP items that seem an awful lot like... seem an awful lot like D2-ish. Yeah, so unfortunately the reason that's there is because I have to have it there because of aspect ratio. I don't get rarity hate. Yeah, it's I have a video on it, but on why I think it's overblown, but I understand people's perspective on it. I think the move is to make everybody at least happier. Is you don't necessarily remove rarity from the game, but you make it not affect currency anymore. And then it just becomes a nice stat that, you know, some people want to have on the gear if they're hunting down uniques or whatever. And actually, I was thinking about this today. So, as an complete ES build, right? You have mana, and you have lightning damage on your ring. I actually don't have it on either of mine. What else do you put there? What's the last prefix that you put on the ring if you don't have rarity? Somebody answer that. We don't have the stats in the game to replace rarity, I feel like, right now. Almost, kind of. Control over... Yeah, exactly. As long as they put Blight in the game, I'll be happy. That's all I want. I just want Blight. Should be a pretty good plug and play. I would be surprised if they completely wipe rarity from the game, though. Hey there, could you help me? Can I resume Trial Ascendancy later? Yes, you can. At the end of any floor, you can get out. You can leave. So you don't have to complete the whole thing in one session. Dude, it finally shows back up. How much is this thing? 3,100? Yeah, we defer it. I'll be happy with my Blight. My PC, not that much. Yeah, I will suffer for Blight. I made a ridiculous amount of currency from Juiced Blight, Wisp Blight in Settlers League. It was so good. It's the best Blight's ever been. I was so happy. It was difficult. It was really difficult. It took a very, very strong Penance Brand build to feel comfy in that strat, but I mean, if something's hard and it's also really rewarding, fine. It's awesome. I want Heist. You're on your own there, bud. I am not on that island. So can update gear and get back? I don't know. Does anybody know in chat if you can do that? I don't know if you can actually change things up in the middle of the run. I would assume that you can't. But what you can do is like come out of the run and like trade and shit like that. I know you can do that. Expedition is enough. Expedition is so freaking bad, man, in this game. I don't know why. I don't know why they gutted the living crap out of it. I guess because of ROG. ROG in POE1 was pretty freaking strong. But that was almost decent. That was almost decent. Actually, you know what? We are going to throw an Exalt at this. All right, we got Cold Res. It's kind of low, though. We can probably turn that into 10x. Remember correct, you leave the trial of Sekimas, you get a trial token with your run there so you can change all your gear. Gotcha. Never done such a mistake before. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I think you're okay up to a point. I don't know if you can change your gear though. This is going to be my last run, guys, and then I got to go do family stuff. Let's see. We're going to get this out. We're going to get this out this run. And then I will stream again later tonight though. So this was supposed to be a test run, making sure everything was working, and then I'm here over an hour later. So that oops. At least the change run went smooth. Oh, the trial run? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I had to do some researching on how to make this work. I still don't know how to stream to Twitch and YouTube, both in horizontal at the same time. The only option I have found is to stream only to vertical and horizontal on one. So I'm not sure how to fix that, but that'll be another problem for another day. All right, well, we are going to get our third... Actually, do we... man, I don't want to take it out, but because of timing, I probably should. I want to keep deferring it so I can keep rolling pages, but... Check, yeah, I can change gear and even go mapping axe. Trial should persist. Nice. Good, good. Okay, cool. Here's our decision, boys. We won't be able to see anything else if we take it. Here's the thing. I don't have to take this. It's not going anywhere, right? It won't leave the ritual. I can come back a day later and start doing ritual again, and it'll pop right back up deferred. So I'm going to roll pages and see what I get. All right, I should have taken it. But that's okay. Because I can't tell you how many times... Okay, or Divine Orb. I can't tell you how many times that, like, I've had two audiences going at the same time, and so I really wait to defer. What you want to farm? Ritual breaches? Mostly just ritual at this point. I have breaches spec'd out as well. But I don't tower for breaches. Like, I don't set up my map for breaches. I just run them if they're there. Got 1-8 with reduced tribute. That's decent. Riverside's quick. We'll do Riverside. Breach is kind of bad in this map. They're worse, though. The density prefix and suffix is insane. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of overrated, but it's much more like accessible to set up and get into than Ritual is, and that's kind of the problem. And that's one of the reasons it's so popular. Plus, it is by far the most content created, end game strategy made on YouTube. There's so much more hype about Breach than anything else. All right. Looks like about the end of the breach, so we're just gonna get on out of here, I think. Gas grenade build, for sure. This is a better... This is a better layout for breach. Not sure about breaches. They were overwhelming. One step at a time, homie. One step at a time. As you get stronger, your character will handle more stuff. No breach rings, man. Come on. Sad days, dude. I found you unexpectedly on YouTube. Good luck streaming. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you being here. I guess this is a good time to shill myself out, but if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you like and subscribe. God, I fucking hate saying that. It feels weird. But it is true. People do find you by, like, statistically, like, when you say that, people find your crap more. Because people do it, and then it puts you up in the algorithm, but... I'm not a fan of asking people to do things like that. I don't know. It just goes... I don't know. It feels weird to me. That's all. I'll leave it like that. Is this map done yet, man? Nope. Too cold. %, rarity. Ooh. Additional breach. I think that's a divine right there, boys. I'm pretty sure that goes for right about a divine. Perfect rarity, I think, is a divine. And then additional breach is also really good. I don't even know why I'm killing anything. I've got a tier 1 map in here. Oh, that's right. Because you'll get shoved against a wall and won't be able to move. That's why. I hate how they don't let us jump bridges, too. Drives me nuts. Got a double res 40% ring today and a res base with a max cast speed. Nice. Hell yeah. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That sucks. All right, well, we got to take a... I'm not going to do any more now. I didn't mean to be streaming this long. This was a test stream. I appreciate y'all being here. If you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe. But I need to go hang out with the family. I'll be back on later. But thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for the people who commented. I appreciate it. If you ever have questions, please leave it in a video.